Warning. We're about to spoil... You know what? No. We're not doing a normal spoiler warning. No one gets an option here. If they haven't watched the movie, they should. I don't care if it's the 50th episode. Yeah, it's a special occasion, whatever. Go watch this movie. It's great. Seriously, go in with no spoilers. Watch it, come back, and then we can talk about it together like friends.
That was beautiful.
Right?
I didn't know if you were looking at something behind or not, so.
No.
Okay.
I was like, no, I should just go. This one isn't just like, oh, you get an option. No, fuck you. Watch it.
Watch this before going this episode. Okay. Okay.
Crank it.
Shut the fuck.
Crank that soldier.
No. No, Soldier Boy. You can dab on your haters all you want. But no, don't put the phone down. Put the phone down.
Soldier Boy.
Just put the phone down. You don't use Soldier Boy in this house. Oh no. You ain't going Soldier Boy on me. Son of a bitch.
Soldier.
No, you are not going to crank that Soldier Boy. Not here. No. Don't you dare. I swear to God, Justin. I swear to God. No. You're dead to me.
Oh boy, what's it going to land?
Oh, come on. You can do it. Yes.
What?
Bullshit.
That's cheating. It's all the same thing. That's cheating.
And you
love Nestle Crunch.
And you yell at me for slapping the tables. Jesus.
I don't know if this is cut or not.
I don't know either. But oh my God, I'm peeking the mic. Okay.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Hold on. I have to turn it down, I think.
Stop yelling into the mic.
Okay.
Stop yelling into the microphone.
Okay.
Ah! Yo.
Okay. All right. We need to get it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. Today is the start of something a little different. We technically have 3 series going on right now: regular Cinema Roulette, the Topic, and this one. So,
well, Topic is still Cinema Roulette because there's a roulette wheel.
Yeah.
So this is a second one. Is us cheating. It's just cheating, which is why it's called Dealer's Bed. Confetti.
Yeah.
But only royalty-free confetti.
I mean, that's usually what you can find on the internet, yeah? Yeah.
Should I explain what Dealer's...
Absolutely, go right ahead.
Okay, so...
It was your stupid idea.
Most of this was my stupid idea. You just agreed.
You know what? That's fair.
You've just agreed.
Yeah.
So Dealer's Bed, I realized, we've mentioned before we have, 5 years worth of wheels at this point.
Yeah.
That's such a bad thing to do.
And you're still coming up with ideas for wheels.
Oh, I could make a wheel of wheels, but you won't let me for some reason.
No, I won't.
You're
That's
being
a terrible
so
idea.
negative.
That would probably take us another 2 years to get through that.
No, it would still have the same wheels we currently have.
Uh-huh.
But there would be more wheels, and we spin that wheel to figure out which wheel to use.
Jesus Christ.
You're no fun. But... I realize I don't feel like waiting that long sometimes for certain movies. And there's movies that we will want to show each other and be like, yo, this is fucking good. Because surprisingly, we still keep watching movies even though we have a podcast for movie. We have a problem.
Yes, a good one.
I don't know if it's a good one.
I love movies. I don't give a shit.
But you could be so much more productive.
We're going to make movies someday, so it's good to get influences from all over the place.
Fair enough. I keep hanging the table this time around.
Do.
I have a lot inside
How
me
the roles are reversed at the moment. Are you just full of energy or what's going on?
Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. That's much better than the last episode, I'll tell you, or 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, sorry about Kironeko. Kironeko.
Yeah, that was a big downer, so.
Okay, so we're but what is this? Dealer's Bet is us cheating, which is whatever movie we think is like, hey, you need to see this. Mm-hmm. We'll just do an episode.
Yes.
I have limited us so that at most we have one a month. So that way we stick to our normal rules and keep the, gimmick of the podcast.
That we don't like super cheat. We're just cheating a little bit.
Yeah, just every once in a while, probably once every 3 months will probably be when it happens. Because we already know Promare, when that comes to Blu-ray.
Which is already probably 3 months anyway. So
yeah, that's in March, I want to say that's coming out. March
probably
or April.
like mid-year usually, because it was just released last, November?
Yeah,
December?
but it's getting released in Japan in February. And then usually,
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It takes 2 or 3 months for it to come over to localized editions.
Okay.
So there's Promare. And then there's today's episode, which I watched in my cult class and immediately loved. It's called One Cut of the Dead. Realize you have to show the end of the skit in order to show the end of the opening in order to do the title card.
Yeah.
Or whoever's editing this.
Yes.
I don't know.
This will probably be cut out.
Why?
I don't know. Or we could just leave it all in.
Or we'll stay silent enough and then make it an easy cut.
Yeah. I still love... You're right, we do go quiet for the title. Like, we're actually going to play it.
I mean, it's good to go for a second, but we shouldn't wait so long.
Yeah, like, I think we're imagining it in our heads, and that's what's going on.
Yeah, transition.
Yeah.
So how do we transition back in? Besides using this as a generic way to transition back in to talk about One Cut of the Dead.
Well, I do want to say first off, if you're watching this and still haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie, then come back. We're not giving you an option this time.
This is like serious. This is a really good movie. It's made on next to no. It's $25,000 in American. It's a Japanese movie. Even if you hate subtitles, I know people in my class who did, and they still enjoyed this film.
Yeah.
So, and even if you don't enjoy horror films, don't worry. It's not too intense. You can get through this.
Yes.
Just go watch it.
Yep. Preferably as blind as possible. Don't look at anything. Just find a copy, watch it.
Hell, don't even find... If it's playing in, like, some little theater, because it's kind of doing the rounds like that. In
Is it?
Chicago. Yeah, the Music Box, where I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's playing there.
It was playing there last time I checked.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it was... it's also on Shudder, the streaming service. I'm not sure if when this episode goes up or whenever you're listening to this, if it still is. But that's where we watched it.
Yes.
Well, I watched it in class, and someone got me the Blu-ray for Christmas. The person's a dickhead. Anyway.
You're welcome.
Okay, so everyone should have watched it by now. We're all good friends, and we can discuss this film.
That's right. That's why we will come find you and kill you if you haven't. But anyway.
Action. I had no segue to continue talking.
So where do we start with this movie?
The synopsis, I guess, even though we told everyone to watch it.
Yep. Well, they should have watched it by now. So
Yeah, they should have.
So go ahead with synopsis.
That includes you, Goober. I don't care if we're actually friends. You go watch it.
We love you, Goober.
Our one consistent viewer.
Yes.
Okay. So some people are making a zombie movie in the middle of nowhere, but then the director summons actual zombies, and the zombies attack the crew. But then only... Shut the fuck up, fun.
It's Goober calling. I heard that.
I heard that, Curtis. But then, the one girl survives and kills all her friends who turned into zombies and all the zombies. But then it turns out we flash back into seeing the director make the movie into the One Cut of the Dead. That means this was a movie about making a movie, and then a movie about making that movie of a movie that's making a movie. And all turned into one big meta thing, and it's great!
Yes.
Oh, also, it's all done in one... The zombie film is supposed to all be done in one cut.
Yeah, that's why it's called One Cut of the Dead.
And it actually was.
Yeah, they literally did all in one cut. There were no actual clever cuts. Even if it looks like there was a clever cut, there wasn't. It was all one take.
Yeah, like I thought when I first watched it in the field when it's flipping back and forth between her being chased by a zombie, I thought there was one clever cut there. Mm-hmm. But no, they did that all in one go.
Yeah, and they did a good job too, because the movie was just about the right length to where like you could redo it probably twice during a day and it wouldn't feel bad because it's only half an hour.
Yeah, if you start at sunrise, you would have enough time.
Yeah, like maybe 2 or 3 times before the actors actually start getting tired, because you'd have to memorize that and do it all in one take.
And excuse me. And also the last part is about all the things that went wrong during the one cut, but they still worked it out on the fly.
And it is hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, and I was giggling while you had no idea what was going on.
There were scenes that like there was serious stuff going on, and you were just giggling. I'm like, why is he giggling?
Like the thud at the door when you find out it's the drunk actor.
Yeah. The thing that is cool about this too is you got faked out good.
Oh, yeah, and I set you up for it.
Yes, you did, and it was great.
Because I really wanted to watch this on Blu-ray, because that's how my teacher showed it to us. And when we were in class, because the first short film goes, the whole one cut of the dead, and everyone looks at my teacher because he didn't get up to turn on the lights and kind of say, okay, that's all. And then the movie keeps going. And my brain goes kablooey.
Yeah, just blew his fucking mind. And the only reason I'm like, wait, I kept saying that, I'm like, Justin, I thought you said it's half an hour. I was like, no, I lied, it was 90 minutes. Because at that point I really had to take a shit, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to pause it in that case. Because I thought they were doing a little epilogue at first. I'm like, oh, we're going to do this.
Because then it does credits again, and you're like, oh, okay, that was a good punchline. Ha ha, you saw him No, you see him go through the process of making a film.
It just keeps going. Turns out, this film is actually 90 minutes long.
And what is it? My brain.
You can do it.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, and I told you specifically, like, oh yeah, it's 30 minutes, and I tried to hide the time from you.
Yes.
And luckily, you're blind as a bat.
Well, I don't think it was that. I think it was that the little taskbar that pops up when you hit Control-Delete covered it.
No, it did. It was clearly in the open.
Well, is it on this side?
It was on the left.
Okay, because I was mostly focused on this side. Is the thing. Because Task Manager, if you pull it up, it comes up on this side, thankfully. And so there's the icon after I close it. So I just close it, boom, boom. I didn't even see it because I was like right up against the television. So that's ice, ladies and gentlemen.
You enjoying that ice? Are you enjoying that ice? Yeah. Well, maybe you
I guess I'm trying to be quiet.
How's that ice? Do we tell him we can cut or no?
Okay.
Where the hell were we before we were so rudely interrupted and not forced to...
All right. Actually, where were we?
We completely lost where we were.
That's fine. We'll be good. We finished the synopsis. We're talking about your first experience with it.
Yeah.
I think I was just rambling on about how I didn't see the timestamp.
Yeah, blind as a bat.
I was right there. I was right up.
Yeah,
against
and
the
you
screen.
missed it.
It was clear on the other side of the screen. It's a 4K television.
Yeah, and?
It's big.
Yeah?
And I only saw one side of it because my face was right up against it.
Why was your face right up against it?
Because I had to see what fucking process I had to stop.
No.
Yes.
It's right there.
What?
It was right there.
What's right there?
The timestamp. It was right there.
It was on the other side. My face was focused here. So if my face is focused here, it's not exactly... I don't think my eyes can go...
You gotta follow screen flow, man. Gotta look around.
Jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Visual gag in a fucking audio podcast. Anyway, one cut of the dead. I think I was going to say something, but...
Probably.
This is a train wreck, you know what?
No, it isn't. It's going fine.
We've kind of lost our way a little bit.
Do we answer a kill joke and then cut back?
I wouldn't get it, but sure.
Don't lose your way.
You'll get it, trust me, after like the first 2 episodes.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
Where they play the song Don't Lose Your Way.
Oh, they do that a lot?
They use that song a good couple. Like, anytime the character needs a big moment.
So it's kind of like riding with rules of nature.
Yeah.
All right.
God, editing this episode will either be a pain in the ass or a lot of fun.
So we did the synopsis. Okay. The movie. What do we like about it? Where do we start?
Okay, we could start with what we hate about it. Okay, moving on.
Yes, okay.
I guess we should separate it because it separates itself. Because even as just the 30-minute one take, that's a solid zombie movie.
It is. It works. It's really impressive. Again, with the budget they had, like, did gore effects and all that. So
You do 2 decapitations in one cut?
Yeah.
Nice.
two decapitations, and how they did was they had like the body double standing behind it. So
Well, yeah, they had it zoomed in enough so they could put it in there and the blood splatter. Oof.
but yeah, it is great because okay, so we'll start with the first movie.
The movie.
The movie.
The movie within a movie.
Yes.
But not the movie within the movie within the movie.
Yes, exactly.
Because we don't know what that one was.
At the time we didn't know.
Well, we still don't know what the movie within the movie within the movie.
What do you mean?
In One Cut of the Dead, the movie they're shooting in that. We don't know what that was.
What?
In the original short, they were shooting a movie. We can't talk about that movie because they were on the 42nd take.
Oh,
Yeah, see, there we go.
Okay, yeah, we can't because we never see it. Okay, all right, I get it now. All right, we're on the same page.
But yeah, if you just had that 30-minute short, that would just be an instantly good cheesy zombie movie.
Yeah,
Like,
but they go the extra mile with it, and it's just so clever how we see it happen all again, but just all the behind the scenes stuff.
yeah, but we see what was going wrong and why there were some
Yes.
many weird moments.
Because there were some very subtle things that I didn't even notice that were clever, like the thing on the door. I thought that was scripted.
Yeah, because they kind of
Because
play it
they were-
off well.
Well, they were telling a story about like, ooh, the curse of it or something, and they're like, wow, the timing there was convenient.
Must have been the wind.
Yeah. But the only one that really stuck out to me was when the woman with the axe knife stood up and just went, ah! Ah! I was like, wait, she's alive? Wait, what?
Roll with it.
Yeah.
I didn't even question that the first time watching. I was like, oh, obvious jump scare. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Or when it's focusing on the one girl screaming for way too long.
Yeah, because the behind the scenes guy just geniusly on the fly improvised something. But yeah, the movie in itself is impressive and just great, honestly.
For it being one take too. Like,
Yeah.
And even though the set is just like some water pump facility, they really utilize it. Especially, my favorite shot is probably when the camera, because the one room's a circle. One goes downstairs and into the room and upstairs to the other side. The characters are running around the outside upper parts. The
Camera goes around.
Yeah, it goes down the stairs to follow them back to the same area.
It's so cool.
Also, the fourth wall breaks there. They're just good and
They're great.
campy.
Yeah, like he looks into the camera, like he said, "Don't stop rolling" or something, whatever.
Yeah.
And I like it too when like he decapitates him and like there's blood on there and he just see a hand go. Boop, boop.
Yeah. Like, that in itself could have been a cult film.
Yeah. And I was thinking in my mind too. I'm like, this is 30 minutes. I'm surprised. I was thinking in my mind. I'm like, $40 is a lot for a half-hour movie.
I was surprised you didn't question that at all. Like,
I
we're going
know.
to... You think a 30-minute thing is worth a...
That's what I was like. Well, I didn't know it was 30 minutes. You didn't tell me it was a short film, actually. The only thing I knew is it was a film about zombies made in Japan and it's in one cut. You never told me the length until right before we watched the movie. No, I didn't.
But you didn't question after that. It was just, oh, okay.
Well, I assumed it was a full-length movie in one shot, is what I assumed. It's been
No,
done-
I mean, after I told you the time, you didn't question. You were just like, oh, okay. And then we went.
In my head, I was thinking it, but I'm like, okay, he likes the movie. You know what? It was worth it.
It was probably worth 30...
Yeah.
30 minutes? We could probably make an episode
Yeah.
on that.
That's what. Well, it was $40. That's what, like 2 minutes.
That's less.
Yeah. Or like $1.50 per minute.
No, it'd be less.
It would be. Yeah.
I'm confused.
It's fine.
It's not.
It's fine. It's really not, Cameron.
I'm trying to think of other things to mention. Just
It's good. It's a campy movie. So,
And when you get to watch it a second time, you get to giggle because it's like,
Yes.
oh, that's what they're like. The zombie that walks in while she's hiding in the shack. It's just a production designer holding a sign that says "Grab the axe outside."
All the little messages like that were great because I guess we'll talk about the second half now. I think that's it for the first half. Yeah.
Transitions.
Yes. We're not very good at them tonight.
Well, we technically missed the middle part. Where
Beforehand, like leading up, that counts as the second part of the movie, leading up to production and the actual production.
fair enough.
But yeah, then it cuts to like I said like a month earlier.
Yeah, a
month
month
earlier, and we're going through like
Setting up this whole thing in a month would have been a bitch.
right.
Just
Right?
my god.
But yeah, and then it isn't shot in one take. It's actually shot like a normal movie from that point onward. So
Yeah, because I was technically telling the truth.
Yes.
One Cut of the Dead was a short
Yes!
film that was 30 minutes.
technically you're not wrong. You just didn't tell me the rest of the movie was there.
Oh, I didn't tell you about the behind the scenes
No.
section? I'm sorry. That's why I would have said if you questioned, if you saw the time, I was going to be like, oh, it's probably special features added onto it since it's a short film.
Well, you'd take a bit of a risk there because I would have gotten up and stopped it if that were the case. I might have.
No, I meant when you were messing with the Adobe
No, but I'm
thing.
saying, like, if you told me, oh, it's just the features, I might have actually stopped it after the credits. I might have gotten up and like, oh, okay, we're done.
I will let you keep watching the credits, which then leads immediately into...
Well, because I would have anyway, because you said, oh, I like the credits and how they're done.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me which credits and how they were done.
And again, I've never said that about any credits, and you didn't question me.
Well, anime credits are great. So,
I know, but for a movie, I've never done that.
you're not wrong.
I like how I can point out the flaws of my own lies.
Yeah. I guess I just didn't think about it. I don't know. Because it's a movie you really liked. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I'm always the one that watches credits. Justin always, like, stops.
I don't care about the 50 CGI animators.
Which we didn't have in this film.
Yeah, there was no CG.
There's no CG. It was all practical, yeah.
Well, I mean, it was only $25,000. What do you want? I don't know what that is in yen. Don't ask.
It's fine.
You have Google. Convert yourself. Okay, the other half of the film, or the other 2/3.
Yes.
Well,
Well, did you want... Where do we start? I'm confuzzled.
yes. I don't remember any character's name. That is a problem.
No, yeah, a little bit, but the characters all stood out. The characters were all really well done and really likable, honestly.
Yeah,
There's no one I outright hated, but...
like even the actor who's being kind of, he's famous, so he can be kind of.
So he's a little bit of a dick because he's talking. One production says, "Well, maybe zombies like that." He's like, "Was I talking to you?"
Yeah, which that didn't feel too far. It wasn't like, oh, you're supposed to actually think he's a terrible person. It's
Yeah.
like this is just what you have to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, because actors can be prima donnas sometimes.
I think this comparison would be inevitable in my brain because of Into Oblivion, which is a Steve Buscemi movie, kind of the same thing of basically the worst day of shooting.
Except it's not as positive at the end.
It isn't. Well, I got in a class my first year at the film school, and I'm pretty sure that teacher was trying to make me hate making movies.
Didn't he also show the one that was like David Fincher talking about how movies suck sometimes? That documentary?
Oh no, that was an interesting documentary. It was on the difference between film and digital, because it was it was during the age when digital was actually getting to high quality.
Yeah.
But directors were still like, let's do film.
There are still, even nowadays, a ton of directors who swear by 35mm film.
Which, if you want to shoot in 50-minute bursts and don't want to be able to watch the film until the next day,
Yeah.
good for you, I guess.
Exactly.
I don't want to burn through that money.
Like,
Thanks.
I understand, like, when digital was first coming out, I understand a little bit, because it wasn't quite there, but now it has really gotten to the point where you can make it look just like film.
God, how much film do you think Stanley Kubrick would carry around?
Well, here's the thing about Stanley Kubrick, too, and I know we're getting off topic a little bit, but Stanley Kubrick was infamous for any film that he did not use, he destroyed.
That's so much money.
Yeah, you Stanley Kubrick. What do you expect? So that's why like there's so little outtakes from like any of his films. There's like no outtakes because he'd literally like do all the movies and edit it, and anything he didn't use he'd just outright destroy because he thought it was useless. That's why there's no like actual official bloopers.
Huh.
And like the only real footage that any of this we have, there was like an intro to 2001: A Space Odyssey that was cut, but they did find it in a salt mine. Of course they did.
Yeah.
But I guess like they never actually officially released it because they're like, oh, it'd go against Stanley Kubrick's wishes. Blah, 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 blah. So, but the only
They couldn't make money off it.
yeah, the only footage that we actually have of any behind the scenes anything from Kubrick is a documentary that his daughter shot during The Shining with Jack Nicholson.
And that's it.
That's pretty much all we have. A look behind the scenes of Kubrick. So,
Speaking of behind the scenes,
Yeah.
one cut of the dead. But no, the reason I compare it to Into Oblivion is because that movie, it's just like, this is what could happen. This could be the worst day on set. You'll get nothing done, and you will basically break down.
yeah.
While this movie, it's like, everything can go to hell, but if you're being a good team,
Yeah. If we're really working together and really get good on the fly, then
if you're willing to improvise and willing to listen to people, you can make a good movie.
Yeah.
Even as everything goes wrong.
exactly, you can try to somehow make it work. And you got to think too, these guys had to do it live. With
Yeah.
movies, you have time. Like, you can say cut, get some stuff ready, keep things going. But with live, you can't do that. You have to improvise just on the fly. So not only, and that's why, like, the director initially, like, scoffed at it. He's like, are you serious?
Yeah,
because
a
it's like,
zombie movie.
it's a zombie movie that's live, that's all one take.
Yeah, that's only, like, a live event with 3 cameras, maybe? You could probably do.
Oh, yeah.
One take, though?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's why he's like, wow, he thought I love seeing because he just starts laughing because he thought they were joking. He's like, haha, that's funny. He's like, no, we're serious.
Oh. Yeah. This kind of goes with Ed Wood in films. I would say if anyone wants to get into film in some way, to watch those, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the fun of making a film
Yes.
instead of adaptation and Into Oblivion, where
was that the first 2 you watched when you got into college?
back to back.
Wow.
I forget what I should look back at the list
Yeah.
and just tell you.
An adaptation was just basically like, well, you have to sell out in order to get anywhere. Thanks.
Oh, your original idea is really hard to think of. Just sell out, man.
Sell out. But
I know that's not actually the
Yeah.
talk of the movie, but that's what it very much felt like
Yes.
when watching it.
But yeah, this is some very positive reinforcement of like, yeah, film can be tough. There will be times where shit goes wrong. You have to deal with people you don't really want to deal with, but it's what makes it great. It's thrilling. It's great to create, and it's great to make movies.
and fire all alcoholics.
No, they didn't fire him. They used him, but we'll get to
They
that.
still used him. Oh,
Yeah, basically we go through the production of the movie, him going to the studio, like them going through it, like hiring the actors, like them reading their scripts blindly in like, the offices or whatnot.
and there were going to be 2 people to play the director and the makeup artist.
Yes, makeup artist. But they got in a car crash.
While having an affair.
Yep, because they took the same car, and they're like, oh, they took the same car. Well, they're having an affair.
The director's just kind of like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, exactly. And one of the lead actors was the dick guy, so... Because he was originally supposed to be the director, right?
No.
Who was the director?
We never really got to
Okay,
learn
but who was he supposed to be? He was supposed to be a makeup artist?
the dick?
Yeah, the prima donna actor.
The
we never
the
saw.
prima donna is the boy Ko or Ko.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to play someone and didn't.
No, he was the zombie. The guy who's dressed up like the zombie for the
that's
first
him.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he kind of freaks out when
Yeah.
he's like, "What the hell's going on? Why is this all fucking up?" And then the director's wife just runs up and slaps him.
Yeah.
It's like, jeez.
And she's really mean too, like, play your damn part, asshole, basically.
Well, because they mention how she gets way too into
Yes.
her roles to the point where they chokehold her to make her stop.
They're so funny. Yeah, that's why she had to quit, because they said, oh, she quit acting. And she's like, I really shouldn't do this. Well,
It's
there's
not
no-
so much she quit, she was more forced to leave.
Yeah. The sense of humor is great. It's like, the shenanigans on set that happen, like, at the time, obviously, it'll stress you out, like, no, do this, do this, do this. But looking back on it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, and even though this doesn't turn to a production from hell, it
Yeah.
still stays realistic in a sense.
It's not like, stereotypical, like everything goes to shit and like everything's improvised. No, it's like stuff goes horribly wrong. They have to improvise on the fly, but it's still not a complete train wreck.
And people do a good job of improvising. Like, I love the director playing the director, especially when he comes out of the room and he's like, action!
Yeah. And again, it's so funny because those are all clearly played as accents in the real life, but they work in the movie. Because there's the dick director, the whole point of him in the actual Uncut the Dead is he makes a pentagram and gets actual zombies. And he's like, okay, this will really get him, So
This
he's like,
is realistic.
Yes, it's realistic. Yeah, but yeah, it's just this point where she's running around, you hadn't seen him for a while, and like she's chasing with the next director just pops out, action!
I think my favorite joke is the director had to improvise yelling at the actress.
Yeah.
And she was worried that she'd need fake tears and they still hand to her, but she's clearly
She's already
crying.
yeah.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah, because he actually they say like, oh my, he's improvising.
Yeah, because he clearly actually snapped for a moment.
Yes.
Especially when he hits the prima donna actor.
Yeah.
It's like, you've been on my ass since fucking script
Yeah,
read.
and I think he does like actually slap him. So.
It's a good slap.
It was. Yeah. But yeah, just everything behind the scene is so funny. Like the guy says like, oh, I won't touch another drop, and then, gets into the celebration wine. And then like
the whole thing.
he passes out outside, basically have to improvise, but he's like trying to get him and they crash the door. And then like the actors kind of look over at the door, and in the movie it looks like it's ominous, but there's a production assistant saying, just holding up a sign, something's wrong, improvise.
Improvise. We'll get there in a sec.
Yeah. they just kind of sit around for a second there, and the guy's just like, so what are your hobbies?
And that oddly gets somehow like more meta with zombie movies.
Yeah.
In a sense. Of just like, sorry, my brain had a weird moment there of like, it has the normal dialogue is the cliched zombie movie.
Yes.
But then the improvised dialogue is now somewhat cliched since we've gone for more realistic zombies, thus having more realistic conversation.
It's so interesting how that plays out.
And I also love the meta of the TV producers watching it, which almost mirrors what the audience probably felt during the first act.
Yeah, because they're like, too, like when she's screaming and something's happening, I was actually thinking, wow, this shot is going on for a long time. And then they're like, in the truth, they're watching it, and then it turns around, and then the woman just goes, oh, thank God.
And even the final line of the TV producer scene, and went off without a hitch. That's how any audience would feel watching it.
Exactly. It's brilliant. I do love too when it's like the zombies trying to kill him. It's the big dramatic moment at the end, and like the actor keeps falling off the pyramid because the rig breaks for the final shot where they pull up and like reveal the pentagram. He's like, no, I have to have this fucking shot. And so they're making a pyramid trying to get up on top of everybody. This one keeps falling off. He's like, stop. So the zombie just goes, and then it's like gets up. Okay, keep going. Falls off again. Okay, stop. Okay, go.
Yeah, it's and in the film that seemed like a callback to the opening, but it was there was an actual reason to it.
When she said she was like, oh, she's like, no, stop, and the zombie stops because that was scripted in the original scene. So
in the original scene of the movie within a movie,
so it made sense.
Not the movie of the movie within the movie.
Yeah.
That's also the only reason to know about this movie is so you can say you've seen a movie within a movie within a movie. It's just fun.
It's fun, and it's just a very fun romp. And it's just the hijinks that go on behind the scenes, and all the characters, everyone who acts does a fantastic fucking job. So
yeah, everyone feels very real in it, which is nice.
Yeah, there's no one who's like, oh, I'm clearly playing a character. They all feel like real people. So
I mean, I feel bad for the alcoholic guy in a way of like, I need to get off this stuff so I can see my daughter. That just gets wasted. We never talk about this again.
Yeah. Well, he does actually legit get sad and start crying.
It was like, oh.
It's like, okay. Yeah.
Or even the one... Oh, the fucking scene where it turns out the vomit is real is just so ew.
Yeah, because in the original, I'm like, oh, that's clever. That's a cool fact or something. But no, it turns out he is actually wasted and actually vomits on it.
Vomits on on the person who's supposed to be the cameraman and the main actress.
I actually might. I would have probably vomited if someone else vomited on my face.
Right?
I would actually think I would actually vomit that.
And then we even get the credits of showing the actual behind the scenes, which is so cool.
Which is so cool, and again, very meta. Here's the making of the movie.
I want the Blu-ray just to see if you can watch the behind. I wonder if they have the one take of behind the scenes of what happened.
So cool.
About to pull out your own microphone.
But yeah, it's just very enjoyable. So
You've been jumping around a lot.
yeah, we have been. That's why I was trying to focus. But yeah, it's just there's nothing really negative we have to say. This is just a great movie, honestly. Cinematography is great, and just everything's so good.
The reason my teacher showed this to us is because he feels 100% this will become a cult film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Like, again, the first part could have been a cult film on its own of just having the cheesiness and the bit of meta. Yeah. But when you add in this level of fucking meta commentary on the whole genre and making of film, it's like, why?
Right?
I could just see a crowd shouting action every time with the director. It would be fun.
Right? Oh my god.
I love him being such a dick, too. Of, like, throwing a zombie at them and shouting, action!
Yeah, it's great.
The worst
man.
person.
Yeah, and that's how you're supposed to feel in the movie. It's like, wow, this director's a terrible fucking person. When it cuts to him in real life, it's like, oh, this guy's actually really nice. So
you also see him almost break down as a person, just like, I'm. This is fucked. We're fucked. Yeah. Everything's ruined.
I do like the scene too, where like they're like, oh, should we cut to technical difficulties? And the Dar's just like, no, keep going. We got this. Improvise here.
We got this. We paid these actors.
Yeah.
Something.
She just gets so mean. She's like, okay, woman.
I also, every time I look up One Cut of the Dead, I see One Cut of the Dead in Hollywood. I don't know if that's a sequel or something.
Might be a remake. Who knows?
I hope it's not.
The original's great. This is Hollywood we're talking about.
Yeah, but they wouldn't remake something with a budget less than $100,000.
That's also true.
Yeah, quickly look that up. If we need technical difficulties, we can cut them out now. So was the director the actor?
No, he wasn't. It was an actor, yeah. The actor's name is Shinichiro Ude.
Okay.
Yeah, the actor who played the film guy is Takayuki Hamatsu. Takayuki Hamatsu.
Well, he's a good fucking director.
Hell yeah, he is. It's interesting. I'm finding here too that all the people that all the actors, all their characters, actually all except for one had their first name. Like Takayuki Hamatsu played Takayuki Higurashi. Mao played Mao Higurashi. Harumi Shihuma played Harumi Higurashi. So they all, I guess, had first names. So they kept
it technically the truth.
Yes. Yeah, except for Yuzuki Akiyama as Akiya Matsumoto. So, but yeah, everyone else their first name was the same, but their last name was different. So that's interesting.
Nice. Yeah, this is just an oddly warming film too.
It's great, yeah.
Like that's weird to say for a zombie movie, but again, it's like everyone is competent enough.
Yep.
To not be just like annoyed, like, oh, here's the obvious villain. No, it's just things are going wrong.
Exactly.
Like the one guy drinks bad water, water that isn't good for him, and he gets the shits.
Yeah, like he can't drink hard water or something. It has to be soft water. So yeah, like he accidentally drink, and it's only a little thing, but yeah, he just gets the shits.
Which it did. Okay, if I have one criticism, I guess it looks like he drank that water more on a day before then. That's about it.
Yeah, that's the only really plot hole in it.
Even then, it's just big air quotes around plot hole.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking fantastic movie. We highly recommend it. I know we don't have much to say, but it's just it's great. So
it's simplistic, but it's just. There's something good about watching movies like this where it's clearly a passion project.
Yes. Oh, dude. watching. What's the thing about just like art in general? Like watching, let's say, you know, a Marvel movie, like the bad ones or something. Like you can tell.
You mean a Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Oh, just making people mad.
Like you can tell this is very corporate, very by the numbers. We're playing this safe. We're doing this. We're not having like a too of a rambunctious score. We'll have a score that's, you know, good enough. Except the only theme anyone remembers is the Avengers main theme, and even then
Because they started playing that after Every Frame of Pain called them out.
Yep. But yeah, something that clearly has passion put into it, and clearly, you know, the director was allowed to keep his vision and stuff. I mean, tone it and keep it down.
What studio's gonna butt in when you have a budget that's less than probably an actor's paycheck?
Exactly. Yeah, it's probably when it comes to Hollywood paychecks, that's like 1/10 of an actor's paycheck.
That's like a supporting actor's paycheck who's in the movie for 2 minutes.
Exactly, but no, like the whole budget was on there, and like just seeing something that just clearly has passion and stuff, it's electrifying. And you can always tell that this was a passion project. You know, this is what they wanted to do, and they were allowed to do it. So.
Also, I'm happy about this movie because when we get to the budget episode, I can keep pointing at this and say we could have gotten like 50,000 cuts of the dead instead of the Lion King remake.
Exactly. That's just the thing. It's like, don't just throw all the money you want at it. It's like, you know, keep a smaller budget and force people to get creative.
Work,
nerds. And you'll get stuff like this. That's great. So
I like to whisper too.
But yeah, and this is a side note, but I do agree with Rotten Tomatoes. It has 100% rating.
Of course. Yeah. I don't know if anyone could hate this movie.
No, exactly. So.
Unless they're sad. Mm-hmm. I know it's just your opinion, just it's wrong for once. Mm-hmm. But we don't have a wheel to spin. If we're
no, we don't. I mean, so
do we have anything else to say?
I think that's it, honestly. So.
Yeah, we don't have a wheel to spin because this is dealer's bet, and
we're basically cheating, so we're not adhering to the rules of let's spin a wheel.
Also, probably another dealer's bet in the future is the nice guys again, so we can.
I don't know if we ever said that on air, but yeah, we didn't like that one.
I didn't like it, and I said that on air, but I think now you've come to also.
Well, I never liked it. I always knew it was rough. I enjoyed it just for how wrong it went. It's enjoyable just to see how much of a train wreck it is, but we need to redo that. That's by far the worst episode of the series.
Yeah.
And that movie deserves better analysis.
It does. So next is, I think Hannibal is...
It's 50, so it'd be, I think it'd be Hannibal season 3. Or no, Guilty Crown. Is that in 2 or 3 parts are we doing?
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
So it's either Guilty Crown or it's Hannibal.
It's Guilty Crown or Hannibal, one of the two. So.
And then next movie will be Man Bites Dog.
Yes. Which we're going to go watch right now.
Says who?
I thought that was the plan.
What do you mean? No. Oh. We're not in the same room right now.
Liar!
You can't prove that.
You're right, I can't. If I had my phone, I'd pull it out and match it to the recording, but I don't have my phone, so you're lucky.
I would delete it.
Why?
Spite.
But anyway, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed this movie because you watched it beforehand, right?
I mean, if you didn't, you're just sad, I guess. Your life's worse off.
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Get